So tell me a little bit about what was your presentation, highlights of your presentation today.
About building behavioral health programs in fire service, why we need them, what are some of the issues that we deal with, like PTSD, depression, substance abuse, sleep disorders, and how to rectify those issues.
This was always it's a close-knit, thing. We can take care of our own kind of thing with the culture in the fire service. But of late, it's kind of out in the open now, and management needs to recognize this and provide that support network. So tell us how things have evolved.
Well, I think 95% of the times we can take care of our own. We have a very strong brother and sisterhood. And I think that's an important part of the fire service. But there are times when you need to reach out. And those places are particularly not available in the fire service. And most departments do not have behavioral health programs that service their members. So it's really about educating departments, educating supervisors and labor unions about how to build these programs.
Talk about the importance of, number of departments here today, a couple hundred attendees. What would you hope the takeaway is?
Really, the takeaway should be, how do we reduce stigma? And that's not only for the fire service, it's for the general public. How do we reduce stigma about mental health issues? How do we have that conversation about depression, about substance abuse, so it's more on the table and we're more likely to step forward and get help.
And something on the uptick that we're not happy about, and that's suicide in the fire service. Talk a little bit about that.
Again, I don't know if suicide is increasing in the fire service. I certainly know it's increasing in the general public. The statistics will show us that. But we should be aware of the signs and symptoms, and when it does arise, what to do about the individual that needs the support.
Speaking of stigma, that we're the fire service, we're the tough guys, but sometimes talking about things and reaching out, but that's a difficult bridge to build.
Yeah, stigma comes from inside ourselves. We do not want to show weakness, and it also comes from our coworkers, who will think of us as weak if we step forward. So I think the more we talk about it, the more it's open, the more that we have these discussions, stigma will lift, and people will get help.